All right, good evening, Gallatin County Hawks fans. Matt Martin here alongside Coach Jeff Herman. We are here broadcasting quarterfinal game of the GEC tournament here at SIC at Deaton Stadium, Deaton Court here. We've got Gallatin County, the 3 seed, coming in to take on the number 6 seed Galatia Bearcats. This is the last game of the first round quarterfinals here. A little different tournament this year, Coach Herman. We got a single elimination with all the snow and ice. And does that ratchet up the pressure here for these players and coaches?
Well, as Coach Martin just said, we've had a revision of the tournament to a revision and to a revision again. So now we're to the single elimination. And with most of these schools not having school in session and then unfortunately not be able to practice or get very little practice in, it puts a lot of pressure on teams. And here right now you just got to play single elimination. Seeding doesn't matter. You just got to go play and go perform.
And the Hawks and Galatia Bearcats are no strangers to each other. They last played in Gallatin County on the 23rd of December, right before Christmas break. A game in which the Hawks they come out pretty good in the first quarter, Coach. Second quarter, not so well. We didn't shoot very well from the field early on with the zone that Galatia puts together, but we were able to pull out with a 53-51 win. What's some of the keys that you think needs to happen tonight for Gallatin to be successful and head on to that semifinal match?
Well, we have to control the tempo. We can't let their zone mess us up. We've got to make sure that we make nice, crisp passes, meet those passes, and that was one thing we didn't do at Gallatin County. We just kind of laid back in their zone, and we let their zone dictate how our offense is, and we've got to attack that zone, but we've got to make nice passes. Skip passes, Galatia tore us up on skip passes. If we will ball fake and make a good pass, we'll get a lot of layups off those opportunities.
Talking to Coach Lawler earlier, he definitely expects them to go back to his own defense. Said his number one deal was to be able to stop Plumley. Plumley, the senior here, Isaiah Plumley, scored 19 points against us. He is their leading scorer at 15.9 points per game. He's definitely their go-to guy. And finally, he said, it's just going to take all-around tough defense. The defense has got to be their game. Like you said, they're going to have to slow the game down, stop the transition buckets. We saw last time Galatia had 2 starters foul out. They only had 5 kids to score, so if we're in the same situation again tonight, that's definitely going to put Gallatin County in a good situation. A chance to go on to face North City, who won their quarterfinal match in the last game here, 65-64, 65-44 against the Pope County Pirates. For Galatia, record of 10-11 for the year. 2-8 in conference. They have wins over Pope County, who they split with, and Carrier Mills. This is a team that has won 3 games in a row against Joppa, Agape, and Ziegler Royalton. Their last loss came to Cobden on the road, 65-66. And, Coach, we've seen Gallatin County play lately, and I don't think it's any secret to say that we are a really good first-half team, but we've got to put it together in this tournament. We've got to play good both halves.
Yeah, that's very important for any team, but especially right now, because we do have a lot of young kids and playing a full game. We can't take all possessions. And unfortunately, we have been known to do that, come out strong, have a little bit of a lull coming out in the third quarter, and we cannot afford to do that in this game. Going back to, Galatia's Coach Essex's team, the Plumley boy, he's just a sophomore. He can play. We got to know where he's on the court. We can't let him beat us. Make those role players have to step up and perform, and which will allow our defense to kind of hopefully shine. We need to own the rebounds. Points in the paint is going to be big for us with Steele, and we just got to be smart with the basketball.
And for the Hawks this year, we have turned it around after a shaky start when we went to Hamilton County, only pulling out 1 of 5 wins in that tournament. After 2 really good games against Goreville, a really, really good Goreville team, in which we lost a close one, beat Carmine, then went to Hamilton County and struggled at that tournament. Afterwards, though, Hawks put together a lot of wins in conference and were undefeated until last week when they played a really good 3 quarters against Hardin County and then just kind of fell apart that fourth quarter against the Hardin County team who's senior led, who's got several guys that can score and they can shoot, and they just kind of outmatched us in that game. When you look at the Hawks on the season, 11-10, doesn't sound like a great record, but we played some very quality opponents, 7-1 in the conference, and going back to those second half performances, Harrisburg, a team that we led, fell apart late. Heron, a fantastic 3A school, I believe they are a 3A school, and had a 10-point lead early. I think we had a 1-point lead at half, but then second half just couldn't put it together, and it was kind of the same thing with Hardin County. Led, most of the game and most of the first half, and Hardin County hit the 3 to tie it at halftime. Came out second half, looked good early on, had a 5-point lead early third quarter, and then kind of fall apart there. What does Coach Lawler do to his team to try to get them over that hump?
Well, first of all, let's go back to the Hardin County game. You were talking about Coach Lane's team. We played really well against them, and they had a good game plan. Coach Lane did. The first 3 quarters, it was tight, neck to neck. But he led to his seniors. He went to Nate Massey, and Nate Massey was smart. Coach Lawler tried to go in his offhand, and Nate would take those 2 dribbles to his offhand and draw our defense. And our guys were over-helping. We were getting low in help, and Nate made some nice passes, and they hit some big threes. We let Banks be open for some threes, and that opened that game up. But Coach Lawler, he understands that right now it's time to play. Yeah, we have a lot of sophomores and juniors that we're asking to perform, but we got to understand this is almost February. So these sophomores and juniors have played about 2/3, about 3/4 of a varsity season this year, plus a lot of JV. So they've got a lot of basketball under their feet, and they ought to be ready to play and have some fun. It's time for us to step up and do some leadership, especially on the defensive end. Set the tone on the defensive end. Your offense can come.
And looking forward to tonight's game, Galatia will have their normal 5 starters. That's the senior Will Puckett. Puckett is leading rebounder per game for them in almost 7 boards a game. Second leading scorer, does all kinds of stuff, a great athlete. I saw him talked about today on Chris Dexter's post of kids that are kind of underrated for the program, and when a lot of people talk about Plumlee, Will Puckett does a fantastic job for this team. The little things, absolutely. So then we've got, of course, Isaiah Plumlee again, leading point scorer at 16 a game. We'll have Cam Wood start. He's a sophomore. We'll have, the Jenkins boy, Colin Jenkins, a junior, leading the team nearly 4 assists per game. And then we'll round out with Gavin Horton, a senior. So that'll be their 5 starters: Puckett, Plumlee, Wood, Jenkins, and Horton. For the Hawks tonight, it's the usual 5. You've seen them all year. We've got Talon Smith, Jackson Carney, Brendan Brown, Jordan Montgomery, and in the middle, Max Brockett. Just a few takeaways before we get back to the start of the game here. The last time that these two teams played, you had a situation where Gallatin County was not at school that day. I don't think Galatia had school that day. Both teams kind of sloppy. Free throws and turnovers were huge. No school today. These kids haven't been practicing. We may see a whole lot of the same. Last time Galatia, 16 turnovers to our 13. We shot well from the free throw line, 9 of 16. Coach Lawler will take that all day. Coach Essex obviously not liking the 11 for 24 from the line. As a coach, how hard is it to get these kids amped up on days when you don't have school?
It's very hard. You're hoping the kids just don't lay around. You hope they find some way to be active. But when you're talking about the snow that we've had, it's hard to get out and get active. And, find gym availability, especially when the school's closed and a lot of gyms are not able to be open for practices. But you know what? It's just time to play. We got 55 seconds before this game starts. We're going to finish off with the band, and we're going to be ready to roll.
All right, we will let the announcers do the starting lineup, and we will be back with you guys at the start of the game.
Let's hear it for the Galatia County Band. and assisted by Kendall Jenkins.
That was our Gatton County cheerleaders leading us out to start this game. This is a big tournament for them, just as it is for the boys. The girls put a lot of time in practicing their cheers, and hopefully they are successful for a competition side of it. So we'll be hearing them probably about halftime, I'm assuming, to put their routine together. And it looks like we have Brennan Brown jumping to start for Gatton County Hawks. And it looks like Talon Smith's able to swipe it through. Jackson Carnes with the ball. Sliding over to Talon Smith. Talon Smith fakes. Goes back to Jackson Carney. Galatia's in a zone. Talon attacks. Skip pass over. Good defense by Galatia. Get a hand on it by Plumley. Back over Talon Smith. Gets ball to Max Brockett. Jordan Montgomery has the ball to the left side. Dribble attacks. Jackson Carney dribbles through. 2 points for Jackson Carney. Nice patience by the Hawks. Galatia bringing the ball up to the right side. Plumley set the screen. Attack through. Slice and dice for number 2. That we have is Cole Jenkins. That's a nice move by Jenkins right through the middle. Pass over to Max Brockett. He attacks, but they catch him for traveling. Galatia did a really good job by collapsing on that defense there. Max had 3 guys on him. Hopefully we'll see the open man and make that pass and dive down and maybe get an easy layup. Galatia has Jenkins bring the ball up. Passing over to number 30. Cam Wood with the ball. Passes over to Puckett. We have an unexpected starter, number 0, Turner. Plumley with the ball. Jordan Montgomery guarding Plumley. Montgomery is one of our best defenders. He's going to try to keep the ball out of Plumley's hands. Pass over to the right side. Ball fake. Nice defense by the Hawks. Oh, Brennan Brown with the hand off the drive. Ball out of bounds for Galatia. That's Brennan's first foul. We're tied up 2-2. 6:35 into the first quarter. Galatia taking the ball out of bounds underneath the goal. Trying to go for America to Plumley. Not there. And we have a second foul on Brennan Brown. And Brennan needs to be careful saying stuff. That is 2 quick fouls, and as we're going to have Casey Steele coming in the ball game.
And 2 quick fouls for Brown has unfortunately been his MO this year. He plays very aggressive basketball, good defense, and just a couple cheap ones early, and Coach Lawler's letting him know about it. Inbound here, nice block there by Max Brockett. And Carney brings the ball up the court, trapped in the right side. He moves off, gets it to Smith. Smith drives in, nothing there. Back over to Carney, looks underneath. Jordan Montgomery, turn inside, and it's in. And Jackson Carney takes a shot, and we've got an official timeout. And Carney's a tough kid, and he'll be just fine. Galatia brings the ball up. Jenkins over to Wood. Wood takes the ball left side, drives in, pass into Puckett. Puckett over, and that ball is stolen away from Jenkins by Max Brockett. 2 good defensive efforts in a row. Hawks look to set something up. Smith inside over to Carney. Looking inside. Zone's keeping that from happening. There's Smith for 3. And a great shot there for Talon Smith. Talon Smith, who hit 2 early threes and an early 2 against Galatia back on the 23rd. And again, you don't want to get Smith hot early. He is a good shooter. That's going to be out of bounds. Good defense by the Hawks to push him to the baseline. Nowhere to go. Don't want to take a charge. And a quick turnover again for Galatia. Early turnovers for Gallatin County gets them up 7-2. And they'll look to add to the lead. Smith picks up the ball to volleyball line. He'll drive in for 2, and he hits the floater. 5 quick points here for Talon Smith. Galatia brings the ball in to the left side, up the middle for Wood. Wood drives in the right side. Smith stops him. And there's almost another steal. Good job, Jackson Carney, and it's going to be out on Galatia. Jackson with the deflection goes out on a Galatia player, and they will make 2 substitutions as number 11, Horton, a normal starter, will check into the game along with number 3, Foster. Foster had a nice game against Joppa Maple Grove earlier. Galatia in the 1-3-1 as Coach Lawler is expecting. There's Smith again, and that's another 3. And Talon Smith doing the same thing Talon Smith does, boys. He's a great shooter. He's streaky, and you give him a wide open shot, boys, he's going to take it.
Yeah.
He has that shooter's mentality, Coach, of, hey, I'm going to keep shooting. If I don't make them, eventually they're going to fall.
When they do, they fall big.
Absolutely. 12-2 early lead for Gallatin County here. That's Puckett at the top of the key. Over to Plumley. His first shot of the game is an air ball. Rebound. Take it inside is Puckett. We have a jump ball. Great job by Kaysen still there to get the hand on the ball. And Galatia will be taking a timeout. Zach Essex does not like what he's seen. He's not able to run and gun tonight. And so far, a little over 3 minutes into the game here, and Gallatin with a 12-2 lead. Coach, your thoughts early on?
Well, the one thing we talked about early before the broadcast was that the Gallatin couldn't just settle into that zone. They had to go attack that zone. And so far, we've seen Galatia try to run a 2-3 zone and a 1-3-1. And Gallatin County is attacking. They're making those nice passes, and they're attacking that seam. They're kicking out when they need to and hitting the cutter through for layups. We've opened the court for some threes, but we got those threes open were the layups that we attacked. The first 3 buckets we had were right under the goal, just like we like to see. Galatia's trying to penetrate and attack, but Gallatin's doing a good job of collapsing through and tying up and getting some nice jump balls. So hopefully we can keep this momentum going. We've got 4:25 left to go in this first quarter. Gallatin's up 12-2. Talon has had 10 of 12 points for both games that we play Galatia. We hope he continues his hot streak. Oh, going to cut. Good job by Carney, cutting that baseline off. Ball moving by Galatia. 2, no. Steele with the rebound. Handle the ball well. Nice lead to Carney. Up to Max Brockett. Ball fakes, gets a layup, and scores. Nice ball fake by Max Brockett. Good sideline penetration by Gallatin County here. Galatia has the ball up top. Dribble handoff. We've got number 3 in. He's new for us. And his name is Townsend. We do have a foul on Talon Smith. And we have a sub back into the game. Looks like Galatia's going to bring in Jenkins, replacing Cam Wood. Cason still putting pressure on the inbounds. We got Galatia dribbling up top. Number 3 for Galatia passes through. We got Jenkins attacking. Cason still played good defense. Nice cut by Plumley. Into the middle for 2. Jackson Carney up with the ball to the right side. Attacking the 1-3-1. Talon Smith, ball fake. Oh, slips right through the hand of Carney. Plumley with the ball. Galatia's pushing with Jenkins. Coming through the middle. Ooh, finds a seam and scores for 2. And Coach Lauder doesn't like what he's seeing, so he's taking a quick timeout. He wants to make an adjustment on the defense. We've let Galatia take 2 times now, splitting the defense. Here we have our cheerleaders to the left-hand side, trying to get the crowd cheered and excited for this ball game. It's a 14-6 game, first quarter, 3 minutes to go, still in the first quarter. This is the 5th game of this first night session. And then we'll be back in action tomorrow with a full day of activities. But tomorrow you'll have a chance to see our Gallatin County girls play. And hopefully we're continuing action with our Gallatin County boys. But remember, it is a single elimination for tonight.
Yeah, we'll have Lady Hawks playing for GEC Championship at 2 o'clock against the winner of Hardin County and Pope, which I believe is Pope County, but I don't have an official score on that. So anyway, that'll be a championship game if you want to join us for that one at 2 o'clock. Max Brockett inside. Bully ball, no good. Rebound by Cason. Still no good. Gets his own rebound. The opposite side, and it's a deuce. And abuse for Cason Steele. Steele's first basket of the night. Hawks lead back up to 10 points. Steele a couple dribbles, a spin, puts it up, and it's good. 3 points for Steele. Galatia brings the ball up the court. Looking to attack, nothing on the play there. Right side, bring it in back up the middle. Over to Horton. Horton gets the ball stolen from Carney. Carney to Brockett. Brockett goes, I'm just going to get it right back to my guard. Talon Smith brings it up the left side. He dribbles in, and he's going to get a foul on the floor. Close to travel, but he got hit on the hand. And Coach Essex is going to have a little chat with the official, go, hey, he traveled before that foul occurred. But as usual, it does no good. So we'll be looking at it was not a shooting foul by any means, and we're not in bonus yet. Hawks with 3, Galatia with 4. Trying to figure out where the ball is going to be inbounded at. And we're going to stick with under the goal and Jordan Montgomery. Looking for Smith, not there. Cason gets the ball up and in, and that's another bucket for Cason Steele. Steele with 5 early points, 5 of the 19, looking aggressive on the offensive end, something that Gallatin struggles to do against the zone. Jenkins with the ball up top, gets a screen from Plumley. Plumley over in the corner, and that's a shot, no good. And a nice box-out rebound by Talon Smith. He'll bring it up and set up the offense. Jenkins with good pressure on him inside, and that's a bucket again for Cason Steele. Steele with 7. Galatia struggling offensively to hit shots here. Jenkins with the ball. Brings the ball to the left side. We got a push foul on Jackson Carney.
Foul called on number 24, Jordan Montgomery.
Nope, they give that to Montgomery. That'll be Montgomery's first, fourth on the team. And then set it up back top. 30 Wood comes in. He's fouled. And that will probably be on Max Brockett, one of the big boys, or Cason Steele. Could have been on either guy. So that's 5 fouls for the Hawks. Minute 31 to go. Hawks up 21-6. First shot is up and in. Shooter's roll for Cam Wood. He gets his first points of the game. Jordan Montgomery's going to get a rest. Next 131. Caston Wood checks into the game. Second one up for Wood. No good. Rebound, Caston Wood. Over to Talon Smith. Off-balance shot. Wasn't squared up, but he gets on the floor. We're going to have a Galatia rebound, and they're going to outlet to Plumlee. They do not have numbers. Plumlee will pass it over to the right side. Puckett brings it in. No good. Pass back inside to Plumlee. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Cason Steele. 1 minute to go, and the Hawks have a 14-point lead. Coach Lawler barking out a call here. That'll be Talon Smith bringing it up. And Carney for a deep three, and he got it. Carney, his first shot of the game. And the Carney family in front of us are excited about that one. 24-7, 17-point lead, largest lead of the game for Gallatin early. 34 seconds. There's a nice pass inside, and that is blocked. And we're going to have a push on number 0. It's Elijah Turner. Turner, the sophomore, getting a start tonight. Aiden Combs will come in and check in for. Was it Cason Steele? Okay. Yeah. Cason has worked his tail off this first quarter with 7 big points here. Nice rebound, nice defense. 20 seconds to go. Gallatin County possibly looking for one last shot. Max Brockett, nice cut inside for Aiden Combs. And we got a bucket for Aiden. Nice look from Max Brockett there. Wasn't trying to do too much. Didn't put the ball on the ground. Just turned and looked, found his man. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Plumlee in the corner, off the side of the backboard, and a great first quarter for Gallatin County, 26-7. This is the Hawks team that we've been waiting to see, Coach Herman.
Yeah, I see some of the coaches from the other schools sitting here watching, and you know they're scouting report right now saying, boy, we got to slow Gallatin down. We don't want them getting going quick. I got to say that Gallatin has owned the pace of this game so far. Galatians came out, and like I said, they've tried a 2-3 zone a little bit, but they've been a 1-3-1. And with this 1-3-1, Gallatin is just taking their time and picking it apart. We talked about that a few days ago. Ball fakes and passing through is going to be key to it. And they're catching that high post, and we're getting many layups off that backside. It's hard for one person to guard that backside whenever it's ran well. Gallatin did have a little bit of a lull there for just a small bit in the first quarter and allowed 2 layups, and Coach Lawler called that timeout, and it has been game on ever since. The Gallatin has been attacking through and not looking back. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Jordan Montgomery for guarding Plumlee really well. Nobody on Galatia has been able to really get going, but they have really shut Plumlee down, and that's some really good defense. They're making Jenkins and Puckett have to handle the ball, and so far right now, having that ball in Jenkins and Puckett's hands is being to Gallatin's benefit. So it looks like Gallatin's going to have the ball coming out. And Galatia's going to be on defense. Looks like we're starting off with Caston Wood. Coach is yelling out his play for his boys. We got Caston Wood, Jackson Carney, Talon Smith, Max Brockett at the high post, and Aiden Combs trying to decide where he wants to go. They flip sides. Aiden goes to the short corner, looking for overload. Oh, we had a drop and a layup for Carney. 2 coming through. Nice little play. Ran correctly. You're going to get a layup somewhere. Gallatin in the traditional man defense. Coming through, putting a lot of pressure on. Ball's up. Everybody's attacking through. Nice dribble, penetrate, kick out. Puckett with a nice move. Good help defense, though, by Caston Wood. He's got the ball. He's looking to push. And now he slows down. Oh, miscommunication between the Hawks. We had 2 Hawk players on the same spot. Coach Lawler's having a nice little conversation with his guards, telling them to calm down, handle the basketball. Let's have some fun out here. 28-7, second quarter, 7:16 to go. Galatia with the ball. High pick and roll, trying to get Plumlee into it. They are not able to. Jackson Carney has been guarding Plumlee since the switch. Dribble penetration. Nice move by Cam Wood. Attacks the middle, then takes with the left hand. That was a nice shot. Gallatin can't let him get going on that. Galatia has scored 3 buckets by dribble penetrating through that middle. Oh, there was a pass we talked about earlier. Cam Wood with the steal. Ball fake and left-hand layup. These cross-court passes, skip passes, and that was a weak bounce pass, and they were easily able to pick it off. So this 1-3-1, we need to bring a guard up so we can kind of balance that out. Going back to overload. Skip pass, got to be careful. Cam Wood recovers. Jackson Carney's got the ball. Talon Smith attacks. Oh, might have slipped a foot, but got away with it. Max Brockett, rebound. Put the ball on the floor so they can tie it up. That's a nice rebound. I'd love to see Max just take that thing, go straight up and not put the ball on the floor. But that was still a really good rebound. So we got Brennan Brown back into the game. We've not seen him since the first minute or so of the game. He picked up 2 quick fouls early on. And let's see if he can continue this momentum. It looks like Galatia's going with their normal starters now. We got Jenkins with the ball. Oh, and Brandon quickly picks up his 3rd foul. That's a nice attack by Horton. Going baseline. Brandon didn't slide his feet. Caught him with the hip. And we have Cason still back in the game. Coach Lawler's talking to him. Just tell him, hey, I'd like to play you, buddy, but I need you to stay out of foul trouble. Hand off to Jenkins. Caston Wood's guarding up top. Pass over to Cam Wood. He's played really well for Galatia today. Got a couple ball screens. Same move. This time Cason still says, nope, I'm not falling for it. Ball fake through the corner. Dribbles out. Horton passes over. Nice penetration. Kicks out. Cam Wood with the ball again. Gallatin's doing a really good job switching on these screens. Nice defense by Aiden Combs, and we have a frustration foul again. This is actually his 2nd one by Turner, getting frustrated and committing a foul. And that's his 2nd. Coach Essex is going back with number 3, Townsend. He's a freshman, and he's played pretty good for him so far this. We got Castlewood bringing up to left side, ball fakes. Pass over to Carney, back over to Castlewood, over to Montgomery. Attacks the baseline, about throw it away, but good recovery by Carney. Quick passing from the Hawks. Cason still attacking through, and they're calling a call for steps. Yep, got 1 too many steps there. Nice move, had the layup, just kind of drugged that foot.
Just over 5 to go. Gallatin with a 28-11 lead. Wood brings the ball up on the left side. It comes in, pass over. Oh, wide open guy to Horton here, and he just missed a shot. Had a nice position there. There's Aiden Combs on the fast break, and he hits 2.
With the left hand,
that's right. Aiden Combs left hand, that looked pretty good. Aiden. A nice play on defense on the couple possessions ago. Then it comes in with a nice left-hand layup. And a substitution here for Galatia. Plumlee back in here for number 2, Caleb Jenkins. Carney sets it up over to Wood. Wood back to Carney. Looking to the left-hand side again. There's inside to Steele, who gets the shot blocked. Out of bounds on Galatia. And Gallatin County will inbound it under their own basket. And Coach Lawler calling for a zipper here. Looking for some screens. And looking for Caston Wood at the top of the key. Into Cason Steele. There's dropping Aiden Combs, and he's fouled. Nice look there for Cason Steele. Aiden put together a really nice second quarter here. And Galatia picks up their second foul of the quarter. That one was on Gavin Horton. 4 pounds and a made free throw, the shooter's row. Elliott Page coming in for the first time today, and Talon Smith coming back in. Jackson Carney and Cason Steele will be getting a rest. Those two boys have played fantastic first half. So a little fresh blood here. Aiden sets up for his second shot, and that is short, does not hit the rim. And let's see if we can get some pressure here from the Hawks, and that's exactly what we're going to get. Galatia struggled with that pressure in the first time that we played. We'll see how they handle it this time. They're going to back off now. And Montgomery's going to pick up Puckett at the half court. Over to Wood. Wood at the top of the key. And guarded by Smith. And Smith reached, and we're going to get a charge. Wow, good job by Caston Wood to stay in there and take that. Wood charged into Wood. No relation. Second on Wood, third on the team. 4 minutes to go. Elliott into Smith. Smith looking over to the right side, nothing there. And tries to make a pass that Jordan Montgomery could not get to. Too many black jerseys in there. That stuff might work on 2K. It does not work in the real-life game of basketball. As Coach Herman would say, if you can't see their numbers, you don't make the pass. We've heard that a whole lot in 5th and 6th grade practice this year. And there's Caston Wood pulling up a jumper, and he misses it long. Elliott Page on the rebound on the far side. Talon Smith stops here on the outside, over to Elliott Page. Into Caston Wood. Wood drives over to Talon. Talon got away with a walk possibly, and that's going to be another pass over to Talon from Caston. And a shot in the middle, and it goes for Talon Smith. Smith, according to my calculations, has 12 of the 33. He is leading scorer of the game. Top of the keys, Puckett. He's going to drive left-hand side, pass it over to the zero Turner. Turner misses a shot. And a rebound here for Galatia. Number 5, Puckett, misses a left-hand shot. And Elliott Page with the rebound. Brings it up the court, up the middle. Is he going to pass it? Nope. He's got a shot down the middle. No good. That's going to be a rebound. Jordan Montgomery. No good. Offensive rebound. Patton stats. And he picks up the foul. Elliott had a guy open in the corner, but decided to drive that in himself. And Puckett will pick up his second, fourth of the quarter for Galatia. So Gallatin will be at the line the rest of the way. Cam Herman coming in. He's going to be our cameraman for the rest of the half here as Jordan Montgomery hits his first free throw, his third point of the game. Hawks making a couple substitutions as Combs and Smith come out. On the floor, we got Steele, Brockett, Montgomery, Page, and Wood. No good on the second shot there. Galatia brings the ball up the middle. To the right side is Jenkins. Screen off of Plumley. Wood's got the ball, and he's going to travel. Another turnover for Galatia. Steele with an inbound to Caston Wood. 3 sophomores, a junior and a senior on the court for the Hawks. Wood over to the left side to Montgomery, looking inside, nothing there. Max Brockett at the top of the key, over to Caston Wood, the three-point line at the college level. And there's Elliott Page, no good. Took way too deep a shot there. And there's Horton with a wide open layup. Transition buckets, that's the name of the game for Galatia. That's what they like to do. 2 minutes to go. Gallatin with a 21-point lead. Wood looks inside. Case and Steele, nothing there. Back out to Wood. Over to Montgomery, who drives in. Doesn't see anything he likes. Hawks is in no hurry. There's Page from inside the free throw line. And Elliott Page will get his name in the book as he hits his first 2 points. And we're at 1:37 to go. Galatia brings it in up the middle. Outside to Horton, who can shoot, and he puts one up and just misses. And Jordan Montgomery the rebound. Lawler's having the team slow it up here a little bit. Let's set up a good offense. We're in no hurry, have 23 points. Caston inside to Page, and Page hits again. Coach, eventually they're going to have to close in on Elliott Page on that shot.
Yeah, they've done a really good job by attacking those seams. We got Galatia with the ball coming through. They got to get out of the corner. Oh, nice pass through. But Gallatin is on top of it. I got to give Gallatin credit. They've really kind of set the tone on defense. Plumlee with another frustration foul. And it looks like Montgomery's going to be going to the line to shoot. Galatia's in the bonus at 5.
Foul call on number 1, Isaiah Plumlee.
So before the game started, we talked about, Coach, that how the kids might have a hard time responding to the fact that they had so much time off. And I've talked to Coach Essex, and I know they've not been able to get into the gym at all. Gallatin was able to get in for about a day. It looks like that was able to give them just a little bit of a advantage. Boys have a little more legs on them, and Galatia's kids just look tired. They're out there, they're playing hard, but they just seem a step behind right now. And you hate to see that for them with the situation, all the snow and ice that we've had. But we're hoping that Gallatin continues with this second half. That I think that was a big factor for this game, is that Galatia just didn't get that opportunity to kind of work out some of the kinks and get in the gym. So here we have 48 seconds to go into the second quarter. Left to go. We're at 38-13. Dribble penetration kick out for Galatia over to Plumlee. He's going to dribble penetrate. He's kicking out top of the key. Oh, ball fake. And Elliott Page gets caught with the little Travis swipe there. Nice little foul. Jenkins taking the ball out, trying to catch Plumlee on the block against Montgomery. Nice little turnaround, but just doesn't fall. We got Reese Crane siding into the ball game. Number 21 got the rebound. Castlewood's going to slow it down. Elliott Page bringing it through. Should have been a kick ball, but they didn't call it. That's okay. Castlewood setting up, and Plumlee shoots over top of him for the layup. Gallatin with 10 seconds to go. Over to Castlewood. Got 5 seconds. Elliott sees the clock. Didn't shoot it. Caston's going to take a deep three, and it's good for the buzzer. That has put Gallatin 41. Galatia 15 at the end of half. Like I said that I think the advantage comes to Gallatin for a little bit, for we're able to get in the gym for the slight bit that they got to. And I know, like I said, Galatia was not able to get into the gym at all in practice. That's unfortunate for all these kids, especially with this being single elimination. But that's how it goes, and you just got to play through. Gallatin so far is performing. They're playing great defense, and they're attacking that zone. That was one thing they did not do at Gallatin County, and it was a slow game. I think we only had, 51 points of that at Gallatin County? Like 53. We only had 53. We got 41 right now. And we've called up the man, the myth, the legend, Bryce Brazier, and it's time to have a little talk with Bryce Brazier here. So I'm going to slide over, let him get in, and we need to hear from one of the masters at doing this broadcasting, Mr. Brazier.
Wow, guys, what a first half that was.
Yeah, I mean, so just wanted to get your opinion on the first half here, the difference of the coaching styles, what you see out of Gallatin, what you see out of Galatia. Coach Herman and I talked about the difference in not being able to get in the gym when these snow days happen. Galatia looks a couple steps behind. Gallatin looks sharp and on point.
Well, the first thing I see is that from the last time that they played was that sometimes when you are a kind of a buttoned-up group like Matt Lawler's group, very disciplined, getting their sets, do things the right way, and then you have Galatia who plays a little bit more helter-skelter, a little bit more pace, sometimes even a little bit out of control, and I thought the first time we got kind of wrapped up in that. Today, we look like we're buttoned up, we're playing our style, our pace, we're not letting the 1-3-1 choke us at half court, and that's really been the difference that I've seen so far, is Matt Lawler's group looks extremely buttoned up, and they're playing really well, picking up right where they left off from the snow.
Looking at the defensively, Plumlee, a kid that's been averaging 16 points a game nearly, had 19 against us last time, four for this game. I think he's put up 3 shots, hit 2 of them. Good job defensively. That was one of Coach Lawler's big things, was stop Plumlee. Defensively, they've done a fantastic job this first half.
Well, Coach Lane told me and Coach Cruzen after the game that he's played 7 river-to-river schools this year, which is pretty crazy for a GEC school. And he said that Gallatin County plays the best man-to-man that he's played all year. And I know the schools he's played with, Goreville and Harrisburg, so that's a heck of a compliment. So they're doing a really good job hedging screens, running them off the three-point line. It's not a secret. Galatia wants to shoot a ton of threes. That's kind of the new analytic style, and it's obvious that Gallatin County's strategy has been run them off the three-point line, slide over into the help, and get in the seam, and they're doing an excellent job doing that right now.
This Hawks team definitely does not look like the number 3 team in the conference. When you look at where we've been this year, coming in at 7-0, tough loss against Hamilton County, Hardin County, a game that we led into halfway through the third quarter, and just let that one slip away. Again, we should have been competitive all the way down to the end. Talking to Coach Lawler today, these boys took that personal. That became bulletin board material whenever you see the team undefeated as third in the conference, and these kids have come out tonight going, we're not the third best team in this conference. We think we are the best team in this conference, and they're sure playing like it right now.
So, that's what I told Coach Lawler the other day was when I guess I'll be like an old man. Back when I was in high school, you didn't even vote on the conference. You sent your records in, and the only way that there was a vote was if there was a tie. So, I'm not going to really comment on how I felt the standings to go, but I guarantee you that Gallatin County feels like they're more than a 3 seed. But like I told Coach Lawler, it doesn't really change a whole lot. You're going to have to either beat a good Thompsonville team or a good North City team to advance to the finals to get your shot back at who I assume will be Hardin County. And so you just take it one day at a time, but you just use that as motivation. You guys are the third best team in this until you show everybody otherwise, and it looks like Gallatin's playing with a little bit of chip on their shoulder tonight.
So at the half, we have Gallatin 41-15. Scoring going like this, Hallen Smith with 12. We've got Jackson Carney with 5. Brendan Brown has not got to score yet. He's had a little bit of foul trouble. Jordan Montgomery with 3. Max Brockett with 2. Payson Steele with 7. Caston Wood with 5. Elliott Page with 4. And Aiden Combs at 4. For Galatia right now, we have Puckett at 2. Plumlee with 4. Wood, their leading scorer, with 5, and Horton's hit a bucket, and I'm missing one somewhere, but that's pretty close. So we've got 5 minutes to go the rest of this half, and we're going to let you guys sit and listen to the band, and we will be back for the second half.
you were the expert to talk to about the races.
Yeah, I know quite a bit about it.
And I didn't get any. You don't have any ankle problems, but I want to. He hit his run. He feels like he's losing.
How's it going?
And there's not a left or right.
Game's a 5, not 2. We'll get that down. Hey, are you playing both? Sure.
All right, so correction on the GEC ladies championship game. That game will be at 5 o'clock, not 2 o'clock, and it will be against the Pope County Lady Pirates. So come out here and cheer on the Lady Hawks as they go for a GEC tournament championship. They were crowned GEC regular season champs several weeks ago. They ran right through the GEC tournament, the GEC regular season. So they will be facing Pope County for the championship. So if you can make it out 5 o'clock, if not, I think I will have that one by myself. So love to have you guys along with us, and we'll see if Gallatin County bring home some more hardware. So here we go, start of the second half. Galatia will inbound the ball. Hawks with a 41-15 lead. Let's see if the second half here can be just as productive for Gallatin. And Galatia brings the ball up against that man defense. That's Wood with the ball. He's guarded by Smith. Number 2, Jenkins, stops at the free throw line. Nothing there. Over to number 5. That's Puckett. Will Puckett dribbles it out to the three-point line. Top of the key. Looking for the screen there for Plumley. Plumley actually gets the ball and has no shot. Jenkins goes wide left, and that's going to be almost a steal. Galatia moving the ball on that left side. They look to attack. We're going to have a foul on the floor. And that one is on 23, Brendan Brown. Doggone it, Brendan has had bad luck tonight with fouls. That's already his 4th. Kid's probably not got a chance to play more than 2 minutes in the whole game. Galatia bring the ball on the right-hand side. Up the middle. No good. And that'll be Jordan Montgomery with the rebound. Gallatin brings it up left-hand side. Carney over to Smith. Smith drives, looks over to the left-hand side for Montgomery. Nothing there. Back out to Brockett, who gets the ball smacked away. Carney with the nice move inside, and it just doesn't fall. Nice move, but just couldn't make it happen there. Ooh, and almost a walk there. Almost a walk there by Jenkins. Galatia bring the ball over to Puckett. Puckett drives, contested shot, no good. And that's Smith bring the ball up the middle. Nice seal, and there's 2 more points for Talon Smith. Your leading scorer with 14. Plumlee finally gets the ball one-on-one. He gets inside right off the baseline. It collapses, shot on the far side, and that's good. A 3-point basket here. And that's on that's 0, Turner. Turner with his first 3. Nice ball fake block there and rebounded by Gallatin, and it's knocked out of bounds. Gallatin will inbound it under the goal here. Montgomery looking for somebody. It's going to be Carney in the paint. No good. Rebound Galatia. That's Wood. Wood's going to bring it up the middle. Pass over. Another pass to Plumlee. Outside. Back to Plumlee. Yeah, Jordan Montgomery shutting him down. There's Turner again, and he's hit 2 in a row. Going to have to tighten up on that young man. So Galatia cuts it to a 22-point lead. Talon Smith says, I'll answer, and he does. And Coach Lawler is going to take a 30-second timeout. And that's on defense, that's for sure. You've got a 17-point game so far for Talon Smith. His season high is 31. That is possibly being able to be reached. And, Coach, what's Coach Lawler down there telling those kids?
Right now he's having a nice conversation about defense. That they got to go and they got to play really good defense. But one thing we talked about before this broadcast started was the performance that Gallatin have had here lately, and the fact that they've been a really good first half team, and then sometimes come a little flat in the third quarter, like what they did against Heron. And that's one thing that we were discussing at halftime that we hope we do not happen here. We let Glacier have a couple quick, easy buckets with 2 nice threes, but Gallatin has responded back with a couple buckets of our own. We just got to make sure that we stay with this high energy. I mean, we're at 46 points here, and like I said, last time we played them was at 53 for the full game. So we have a chance to where we can really kind of set some points up on the board. But we got to keep attacking, keep looking towards those seams on that zone. Once again, Jordan Montgomery's back on Plumlee. He's guarding Plumlee really well. He's really frustrated him all night. Plumlee's not had a chance to get going, and that's Galatia's top guy for point scoring most nights. Gallatin's playing really good defense. Brennan Brown's in with 4 fouls. Hopefully we can keep him on the court for the whole game. Max Brockett's doing really well, sliding his feet. Make Galatia pick the ball up. Galatia, nice lob pass over. And I just got done bragging about Jordan Montgomery, and he went for a little steal and got caught kind of slipping through. So Plumlee's going to take the ball out of bounds. They're probably going to try to do a quick America play to get him back in the corner. Back screen coming through. Handoff over to 0. That's Turner. He's one of his 2 threes. Step back, and he's got the hot hand. He's got the last 8 points for Galatia. Gallatin coming in. Galatia still with that 1-3-1. Talon's wrapped up. No foul called. Brennan gets blocked. Gets his rebound, puts it up for 2. Galatia coming down, attacking through. Oh, we have a little slip of a defensive play here. Talon tried to go for a quick little reach and got caught.
Foul call on number 5, Talon Smith, his second.
So let's see if they run. Galatia looks like they're intercepting the same play they did last time. A back screen. Ball to Puckett. Ooh, he cuts through. Good move by Puckett. 2 points. Instead of stepping out, he back slipped through. Coach Lawler's not happy with this, and he's subbing out, and he's getting all 5 coming in. Got a turnover. Oh, this is not good. Galatia's getting quick, easy 2. Coach, that third quarter low that we talked about, it's hitting Gallatin again. Max Brockett. Oh, he travels. Well, let's see if squad 2 here can come out and set some defensive tone. And like I said, with the exception of Reese Crane, he did get into the very last little bit of that second quarter. All the rest of the kids got substantial playing time and had a nice little movement for Gallatin. And Plumlee cuts through, misses, gets his own rebound, scores. This is our fear, boys. Come on, guys, settle down, play defense. Handle this ball. Be patient. It's like I always talk about in junior high basketball, fifth grade basketball. I don't need a home run. Just play some simple X's and O's. Galatia's off and running again. You know, that was one thing that we talked about during halftime with Coach Brazier. This Galatia team reminds us a lot like a Meridian team. You cannot let them get going because when they do, they get going quick and they can put some points up really fast. So now it's a 48-31 ball game, 2:48 to go.
And seeing several times here, watching several Galatia games today, this afternoon, it was, you know, anytime Plumlee got the ball, Coach, going to his right hand. They're going to have to force him to play on that left-hand side to go. Of course, when he has wide open transition layups, that's easy to happen, but getting Case and Steele involved here, and that's, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Yeah, that's what they need to do. It's going to take stop settling for outside shots, getting the ball inside to Steele. So we have a 17-point lead, so I think we had a 26-point lead at half, so they've outplayed us by 7 here so far. And that's Puckett with the ball. And a nice steal by Reese Crane. Crane gets in the passing lane, goes in for the layup, and he hits. Reese Crane. Galatia with Plumlee runs it in the middle. He hits. Got to stop that. Yep, it's the same thing. We got to push him left. Caston Wood brings the ball up the court. Elliott Page with the ball inside to Case and Steele, and that's an easy deuce for him. That's a kid that we need to get going here. Looks like Coach Lawler is going to be going back to his starters here. Next dead ball. Ball on the left-hand side. Jenkins bringing the ball in. He travels. Yep, too many steps. You know what? That this little B group here played pretty well. Hopefully this lights a fire under the A group. Yep.
Couldn't get the defense to stop.
Yep. So a minute 42. We need to survive this third quarter. And we've got Carney bringing the ball up on the left-hand side. Max Brockett calling for it in the middle. There's nothing. Oh, a nice pass and a foul. Nice pass by Talon Smith to find a wide open Brendan Brown, and you try to tomahawk that block, Coach, and you're just asking to be fouled, asking to be getting that foul. So that's 4 on Galatia. That's first foul on Galatia this quarter. And Brendan Brown hits first free throw. His third point of the game. That's the second foul on Plumlee. Minute 33 to go. Brown's second shot is short. Max Brockett almost has the rebound. And we've got Puckett over to Turner. Turner with the shot fake, no call, and he hits the 2. Turner has 10 this quarter. And there's Carney over to Montgomery. Montgomery inside, nothing there. Finds Brown. Brown with a miss and can't get the ball on the putback. Transition, no good. Out of bounds, off the hands of number 3, Townsend. Hawks lucked out on that one. Gallatin going to be a little stronger under the goal here. Carney on the left side, over to Smith. Back to Carney. Over to Smith. Smith cuts in, wide open layup. Yep, good seal there underneath by Max Brockett, absolutely. So under a minute, see if Galatia can cut into the lead. Here's Puckett moving to the left side. He has nothing. There's a shot by number 3 and a late whistle. I hate whistles like that, Coach. If it's a foul when he's hit him, you blow the whistle then. You don't wait till the ball is almost at the rim and then call the foul. That is a pet peeve of mine when I'm watching basketball. Call the foul if it's a foul. Don't wait and he misses the shot and then call the foul.
We're not questioning if it was or wasn't.
Yeah, it's when you make the call, absolutely. And as a Gallatin County fan, that was not a foul, Coach.
I'm going to say this A squad, they didn't like the fact of that B squad coming in.
Yeah.
Squad 2, however you want to call it.
And Foster gets his first point of the game, and he'll have one more free throw to shoot. 36-second, 19-point Gallatin County lead. And Foster will shoot the second one, in and out. Jordan Montgomery the rebound. Carney handles the ball. Over to Montgomery. Over to Smith. Smith drives in. Nice pass to Max Brockett. Wow, on that right-hand side, too. Easy for him to handle. Really nice look there. Very unselfish play. Galatia, 12 seconds to set up an offense. Wood over to Turner. And it's a foul, doggone it, by Talon Smith. Yeah, I can't swipe at that. So Foster will go back to the line. He just shot 1 of 3. And we'll see what he can do here the rest of the way. See if he can cut into this Gallatin lead. And the shot's up and good. Foster his second point. Talon will get a rest here with 4.8. Get him a little extra breath here with the fourth quarter coming up. Caston Wood's going to take his spot. And Foster taking his time, tucking that shirt in. One dribble, shot's no good. Rebound again by the Hawks. And there's Carney, no good off the top of the backboard. So Gallatin County hangs on in that third quarter. They get outplayed by about 6 points, but still hold a 20-point lead, 57-37. And the cheerleaders here, again, like Coach Herman said, cheerleaders are in competition here in the GEC tournament, so we're going to feature them and let you listen to them for the next 50 seconds. Well, Coach, I don't know a thing about cheerleading, but I'll say our girls do a pretty darn good job.
I totally agree with you, Coach. You know, they're under some really good leadership with Aaron Hum, which was Aaron Montgomery, and that name you ought to know real well because you get that from Lisa Montgomery, her mother. which was a staple in the cheerleading side for years for Gallatin County. So Erin has continued what her mother's done, and the girls did an awesome job. Good job, Coach Hum. Sorry, always Montgomery to me, and to Coach Martin probably. That's what she was in school. But Coach Hum and the Gallatin County cheerleaders did an amazing job. We wish them best of luck, and hopefully they are able to bring that championship home for the cheerleading too. Oh, we had a nice law play, and it just slipped through Jackson Kearney's hands. That was a nice little step by Coach Lawler. And it was right there. So it looks like Hawks are going to put some pressure on the court here and go back to their legendary 2-2-1. This is a nice little press. Just kind of takes some time off the clock, but it really just kind of makes teams want to rush and do a skip pass. And right there, that's why we go to that 2-2-1. They try to do that skip pass, and if it's not a steal for it's usually a turnover for them. Jackson Kearney with the ball, bring down the middle. Over to Brennan Brown. Remember, he has 4 fouls. Casey Still, nice, strong catch. Good kick out. Castlewood with the ball to the left side. Brings it back up to Kearney. We're back into a 2-1-2. Montgomery attacks baseline. Might have got fouled. No call. Casey Still attacks through. Kicked over Castlewood. Rotate over to the right side. Kearney's short on the shot. Galatia with the rebound. Pushing the ball up. Jenkins with a nice slip through and cuts a little short. That was nice to see. We had 4 Gallatin County Hawks right there rebounding. And I think that's been one big thing about this game has been the rebounds. I'd love to see what Carl Knowles got down for rebounds for us. I guarantee Gallatin has led the game in rebounds between Galatia. Nice move. Oh, still comes up a little short. His own rebound again, and 2 more points. That's a big factor to the ball game is if you're a one-and-done team when it comes to shooting, or if you're a team that can get some rebounds and have second and third chance opportunities. Oh, we got another travel call. There has been – I tell you what, if I didn't know better, I'd almost think that we were watching a game that has a shot clock, with all the travels we've had come through. This team's trying to rush through. Okay, Jackson Kearney's bringing it through the court here, slowing the game down just a little bit. Oh, still could have had an easy turnaround. Being patient, looking through. Montgomery, not there. Castlewood over to the right. Back over to Montgomery, top. Passing Brennan Brown. Skip over. Jackson Kearney to reset. Montgomery over to Castlewood. Ball fakes. Nice pass over to Still. Oh, we had a cut for a layup. Nobody took it. Still, though, takes it himself. Oh, just cuts a little short. Galatia pushing the ball. Got Puckett with the basketball. Pass over to Plumley. Back over to Cam Wood. He's been quiet. We've been able to kind of slow him down this into the third quarter, into the fourth. 59-37. Puckett with the ball. Slips through. Montgomery had a chance to slide over there and seal that gap, and he did not do it. That was a weak gap there for the Hawks. Brennan Brown slow to come back on the court. I don't know if he got popped or something. Kearney resetting. And now fatigue is starting to set in, Coach. You can tell that these guys have not done a lot of movement in about a week. Skip pass, a little too strong. 2 Hawks starters back in. Getting Brennan Brown a little breather. And Casey Still. I think Brennan took a pop in the nose or something on that last play. He was slow to come back through, and he's got his head in the towel. But he'll be all right. He's a pretty tough kid. He'd make a nice running back for just about any football school around here. But we're not letting loose of him. We want him here. Nice pressure with that 2-2-1 again. Had a turnover and just slipped through her hands. But what's Gallatin do? They go and just dominate the boards. Pushing through. Jackson Kearney to the right side. Ball fakes. Ooh, a little bit of contact. No call. Taken out of bounds. Let's see if Coach Lawler does that lob play again.
And Zach Essex first thing was watch the lob over to Caston Wood in the corner for 3. And he hits his second of the game. 6 points for Caston. Both of his shots. Nice 3-point baskets. There's a shot for Galatia up and no good. We've got a foul. Shot by Foster. He'll go back to the line. If I remember right, Foster's 2 for 5 from the line tonight. Hit 1 of 3 on the foul three-pointer, and then 1 of 2 right after that, and he hits his first one of this trip. And his second one's up and good. Gives him 4 points for the game. So Coach Lawler calling out Hambone here. To the left side, looking inside there, nothing. Caston Wood again for 3, no good. Rebound Max Brockett, loses it, and it's put back into the hands of Foster of Galatia. Galatia moving on the left side. Foster attacks, no good. Contact, but Max was right there. Pass ahead for Caston, throws behind his back, and that ends up being a missed shot by Talon Smith. He gets the ball, gets rid of it before he's called with the travel. And Jordan Montgomery drives in. Pass back to Caston, nothing. Max Brockett goes, I'll just take the shot, boys, and he hits the deep 2. That was close to a 3 for Max. I don't think Max hit a 3 in a long time. There's a shot, no good. And that's Horton who missed that shot. Gallatin County with the rebound. And then nice hustle by Jordan Montgomery. You could say that about 5 times a game. And, yep, Zach Essex is going to get a tee here. So it's seatbelt time for Mr. Essex. So we got a foul on, I think it's going to be a foul on Galatia, possibly a shooting foul. Yeah. And then we've got a teed up Zach Essex, which will be a couple more free throw shots for Gallatin.
I thought they called on the floor.
Might have been.
I think they called the one on the floor. And
yeah.
Technical foul.
I was too busy bragging about Jordan Montgomery, so.
Well.
And well deserved at that.
You do have to give it to Coach Essex for fighting for his kids. I mean, there was a physical play there, but it was just a hustle play. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a dirty play. You know, he's just trying to show something for his kids.
So Jackson Carney will be at the line shooting the Tex. 3 gerbils a spin, and that shot's up, and it's no good. So Gallatin will make a couple subs here. Yep, Gallatin's going to have 2 more games to play, so it's time to get these starters off the floor, get some guys some more playing time, rest them up for what's going to be a very physical, very tough North City matchup. Second shot is good for Jackson. That's his 6th point of the night, and Gallatin County will have the ball. 4 team fouls for Galatia, 3 for Gallatin, 65-41. Just under 3.5 to go. Carney brings the ball up, and it's going to be passed over to Jaden Tucker. Carney over to Wood, over to Smith. He'll shoot the wide open 3 miss. Carney with the rebound, and he puts it back up for number 8. And the Hawk lead back up to 26. It's largest of the night. Galatia sets up on the outside. No shot there. That'll be, I believe, Horton bringing it in. Nice couple steps, and he's going to be fouled on the floor on Wyatt Goebel, I believe that is. Yep, 34, Wyatt Goebel picks up his first. And if that's on the floor, nope. They're going to count it.
Wyatt went for the head fake and didn't say straight up.
And that was no good. And we're going to get an over-the-back call here on Mr. Will Puckett.
Foul number 5, Will Puckett.
That was Horton's 4th point of the game, by the way.
Wyatt did a really good job there by keeping the box out, making a foul and correcting himself and playing a really good basketball by boxing out there.
Elliott Page, the ball on the right-hand side, tries to make the pass in the middle to White. No good. It's tipped away. Back to Page. He's going to look for a runner. There's nothing there at the free throw line. Shoots, does not follow his shot. And, man, follow your shot. Stay right there. You got a chance for rebound. He's too worried about getting back on defense. That's Horton. He hits the 2. This Horton kid can shoot. And coach is going to call for overload here for Caston. We're going to do it on the right side here. See if we can get the ball inside to Aiden or White Goebel. And we switch it to the left side. Over to Tucker. Tucker dribbles in. Over to Caston. Back to Tucker. Need to get the ball to the middle. Not happening. That's a wild pass, but Page picks it up and goes in for 2. And Coach Lawler is going to take a full timeout. 1:53 to go. And that's going to give the high school cheerleaders one more opportunity to get up, get the crowd on their feet. And this is something that girls look forward to all year. You know, they only have one competition here, and it is GECs. Girls have been excited about it. They've worked hard. I hear them every day, Coach, when we're down the tutoring program, when my kids are trying to eat before they go up to do their tutoring lessons. The cheerleaders are out there, and God love them. Those kids have to be in school all day, cannot focus on eating. They want to watch the cheerleaders, and it's good entertainment for them. And these girls work really hard, and, you know, it's something that when the boys win, they get all the accolades. Cheerleaders really don't get a whole lot of that, you know, not as much as they need to. $1:53 to go in the game. 69-45. We've got some fans who are packing up their stuff. Getting ready to go home here very quickly. Galatia will inbound the ball. It'll be Jenkins who will be bringing it up the court. Their primary point guard. He'll be picked up by Tucker. It comes off the screen by Plumley, and that's knocked away by Combs. Back to Page, over to Tucker, and almost a very dangerous pass there, and Page will bring it up, set it up for Combs, and he gets his shot blocked. Nice block there by Puckett. Yep, Combs needs to take care of that ball there. He thought he had it wide open, and he thought that looked easy. He didn't see Puckett coming in from behind there. That Puckett kid's always around the ball. You got to say that. He's a nice player. There's a nice move by White Goebel. Couldn't get the fall, though. And Puckett gets it inside to Horton, and pretty wild and out-of-control play there for Galatia. Page brings it up into the corner for Tucker. Takes his first shot of the game for 3, and he hits it. Jaden Tucker from downtown, 72-46. There's a steal for Tucker. Gets it over to Page. Tucker kid that has improved tremendously over the last couple years. And that's going to be a foul. Good hard defense here for Horton. Horton, a big kid here. He's a pretty strong senior trying to guard Elliott Page. That's a tough assignment. Elliott, one of the quicker kids on the team, absolutely. Nice pass over to Page, inside to Reese Crane. It gets knocked away, and White Goebel, a little too aggressive there, White. You're up 27 points, bud. Don't need a foul. White's ready for Mom to take him over to McDonald's. He should be trying to get this game over. And there's turn. And Aiden will go to Taco Bell, yeah. And Coach Lawler will probably let that happen. And got travel on Elliott. 27-point lead. 29.6 seconds to go. Time to swallow those whistles, get this game over, and let these folks go home. There's Puckett inside, no good, and Horton tries to rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Page will inbound this one to Tucker. That's all right. Ava Aaron's just taking her shot, wanting to be on TV here. Tucker shooting a three, and he hits it. Maybe not what Coach Lawler wanted there, but yeah, you know, kid's not got to play a lot. Let him have a shot. So Gallatin County's going to pull away with a 75-45 win. This is a team that looks like they are playing really good basketball right now, and they escaped on December 23rd the 2-point win, and 30-point win tonight looks really good on the resume, and nice shot in the arm. And North City, they're going to have their hands full of Gallatin tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch this. I mean, we've had some nice battles between North City and Gallatin County in these last so far this season. But I will say that we have to come out and we have to be ready to play a full game. We cannot have that little lull, which we did have in the third quarter. We just luckily had a nice lead to where it didn't hurt us too bad, and we were able to kind of come out of it. Coach Lawler had to go to a team 1, team 2 concept and sub 5 in, 5 out to get the kids motivated to kind of keep performing that third quarter. We cannot afford to do that tomorrow if we want to have a chance to keep progressing through on the championship side. But like I said, it's been some nice battles. I think we're tied 2-2, I believe, in North City. So, you know, it's going to be exciting. We got a lot of basketball coming up. We have the high school girls will play at 5 o'clock for the championship against Pope County. And the girls have been doing an excellent job this season, Coach Fromm, Coach Brazier. And we hope that they have a nice success and bring home some hardware tomorrow for first place. And then we have our Gallatin County boys be playing at, what time would that be, Coach? Would that be 3 o'clock, I believe?
What's that?
That's on the old schedule. On the new one.
I don't have that.
Hold on, I think I've got it. Let's pull it up here. Give us just one moment. Let's pull up. There's been so many revisions on these, it's hard to. Let's see here. I believe our Gallatin County boys play at 3:30. 3:30 against North City. Like I said, then our girls play at 5 o'clock for the championship. And then hopefully our boys are coming back and playing hopefully the latest game, but they're going to play either at a 7 o'clock or 8:30 game, depending on how the 3:30 game goes. But you know, right now, Coach Lawler's in telling the boys, congratulations, good job. I know you're tired. Go home, get some rest, but don't sleep in too long because we got a lot of basketball to play in the next 24 hours.
And just an update from a game that a lot of people in Southern Illinois have been looking forward to. Weber tonight goes into Goreville and hands them their second loss of the season, 88-78, a game that really wasn't that close the whole way. That was a big game that involves two top 10 teams in 1A. So we're going to wait on Coach Lawler and see if he wants to come up and have a chat with us. Meantime, you know, North City's going to sit back in a zone just like Galatia's done, just like Hardin County's done. One thing that we're going to watch for tomorrow night is the hot hand of Jaden Healy. When Jaden Healy gets hot shooting, he's tough to defend. Avon Scala is a nice player inside. Again, team that will run up and down the court with Gallatin. So they have some similarities to Galatia. Probably a team that's got more skill, a team that's not going to come out flat.
Senior leg.
Yeah, and they definitely have some young legs with some freshmen, and also have several seniors on that squad. So, you know, that was we played them a couple weeks ago, and I think got a 60-52 win against North City. But they've got the Russell kid that's really good, and Garrett. Yeah, a couple of those kids got into some foul trouble early against Pope County tonight, and North City came out really flat. Pope County had the lead in first quarter and even into the early second. But then when North City turned it on, it became a 20-30 point game towards the end there. So,
hurt us last time.
yeah. So,
Russell and Garrett.
yeah. So we've had some good success against North City, and we've laid a couple goose eggs. But we're playing good basketball right now, and we hope to be able to continue that and win a semifinal and play for a GEC championship tomorrow night and have a rematch against Hardin County. So still waiting on Coach Lawler. I don't see Coach anywhere.
He sent a text, so we'll see if he ever responds.
Yeah, Coach and I both text him and see if he can make his way up here, and we'll see what he's got to say about the game. Really proud of the boys. What we've got is what I had down for score here tonight. Will Puckett with 6 for Galatia. Plumlee had that really big second or third quarter, and that's really all that he had. Not much at all, maybe 2 points at half, 4 possibly. He didn't have anything in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 12. That's better than the 19 that he had against us last time. He averages 16 a game, so holding him under the average. Wood hit a couple nice shots and a couple free throws there for 6. Jenkins only had 2. Horton had 6. And Foster had 2. Turner lit us up for 10 tonight. So it was Plumlee and Turner, 2 big scores for Galatia. For Gallatin, looks like Talon Smith had maybe 19, I think is what I have down for him. Carney, an off night offensively, played well on other facets of the game with 8. Brendan Brown in limited time had 3 points. Jordan Montgomery with 3. Max Brockett chipped in 6. We had 10 from Cason Steele. Caston Wood hit a pair of threes for 6 points. That was 6 points for Elliott Page. Aiden Combs had 4 points early in the game. Jaden Tucker, a pair of 3-pointers for 6. And Reese Crane with 2. So Coach Lawler is going to come up here and join us. And, Coach, congratulations on a big quarterfinal win. You know, a couple things. One, this was a Galatia squad that your boys played flat against, just to be honest, on that 23rd of December. No school that day. The boys just were not at their best. Missed a lot of shots. Zone affected them. But how about that chip on their shoulder?
Played really well tonight. You know, I told the kids yesterday at practice, I said, I'll be the first one to admit, as a coach and them as a team, we all did the exact same thing. On the 22nd or 23rd when we played them last time, we were not looking at that game. We were not prepared for that game. We were thinking about the El Dorado Holiday Tournament and playing Hamilton County. We completely overlooked that game. That's on me as a coach. That's, you know, our players did that. Regardless of how much I talked about, well, they're going to run a 1-3-1 or they're going to do this, we were still continuing to work on stuff to get ready for Hamilton County on Friday. And I told them, you know, today I said, it's you have to survive in advance today, because if we lose that game, we go home. There's no consolation this year. So we don't want to be on that side anyways. Last year we were in it, left a terrible taste in our mouth to the exact same team. You know, had a 4-point lead with under a minute to go last year. They fought back and they won. And, you know, props to Galatia tonight, because they're down 24 or 25 at halftime, and they come out, they could have laid down very easily. And a lot of teams would lay down in that. But they came out and they fought, and they cut it down to, I think, 16, you know, 9 or 10-0 run. And, you know, we called timeout, talked about it, like, guys, that's, you know, that shows a lot of grit and a lot of guts in kids, you know, for them to come out and fight back and make that a little bit of a ball game. And, I told our kids, I'm sure you guys seen it, that, you know, I emptied the bench and went 5 on. And I told them, I said, if you're not going to guard, because we were getting what we wanted offensively. We were getting beat back, though. And I told them, I said, if you're going to do that, I said, I got 6-7 guys sitting on the bench that want to play. So, by God, we're going to put them in, and they're going to go guard. And once that group settled in, it took them about a minute and a half. When they settled in, they did fine. And it was the same way in the second quarter. I took Jackson out, who literally plays almost every minute for me, Jackson Carney. I took him out, and, you know, a couple of the assistant coaches were like, hey, you got Jackson on the bench, you got him sitting here. And Talon and Caston and Elliott, once they settled down and realized, okay, I got to be a point guard, I got to set the offense, direct traffic. When they settled in, the league grew, you know, and that's what they've got to learn to do, because there may be a game where Jackson, God forbid, he gets hurt or he gets in foul trouble and things like that. I mean, overall, top to bottom, every single kid played fantastic today.
How valuable do you think, Coach, it was for the fact that you got a chance to practice a little bit and Galatia did not? With school being out, you know, a lot of times we're told we can't practice, and that could have really hurt you, and I think it helped you a lot. What do you think about this one?
Oh, completely agree with you. I mean, you know, and the thing is, luckily for, you know, the administrators and things like that, it was the school's closed, and it was like a couple of the administrators said to me, you can have practice, but here's the thing, it needs to be non-mandatory and optional. And that's what we do, you know, because you don't want a kid getting hurt. And because in Shawneetown, the streets may be clean, but in Ridgeway, there may be 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground. But being able to practice is one of the main reasons. I'll be honest with you. I sat here all day. I got here at 12:30 today, and I've watched every one of these games. And everybody I've talked to, has talked about how sluggish and how slow every single team has been today. I felt like we've been the best prepared, and as far as energy and effort tonight, we've done the best out of any team here, including the top seeds of North City and Hardin County and North City. They even start slow to start. And I mean, I thought we did real well. We came out with effort, energy, and that's all I can ask as a coach.
I think that's going to make a big effect for tomorrow too, because teams are going to come out. Like I said, Galatia, I've talked with Zach, and he said that they didn't get a chance to practice at all. So now they go in and exert a lot of energy. You get us another team that maybe, that has advanced to the winner's side, that didn't get to practice any. They might be pretty gassed because they're just kind of used to sitting around taking it easy with all the snow. You can't do a whole lot. Gallatin going in and practicing. Now you got a little bit of legs under you coming in, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a big key tonight. When we got up 20, 25 points, I was able to rotate and move and did a lot of things. And, being able to practice did that. I mean, I promise you, kids, I guarantee you, kids have stayed up all night playing video games. And, you can play all the video games you want, and that's not going to prepare you for a basketball game. I mean, the practice the last 2 days has not been about making a shot or doing anything like that. It's about getting your legs back under you and being able to play 3 games in 2 days. And we've got, regardless win or lose tomorrow at 3:30, we've got 2 tough games ahead of us, whichever way it goes. And that's going to be a big factor. And a lot of coaches, and I feel the same way, we have one of the deeper benches in the conference, and I think that's going to play a big factor tomorrow night. Now, you're also asking some sophomores possibly to step up into a huge role and play against some seniors and some juniors. Mostly really seniors, because North City's mostly seniors. And Hardin's the same way. And, but I'm going to be honest with you, the crowd tonight was fantastic. Our cheerleaders were fantastic. Shout out to all of them. And I feel like our kids, top to bottom, they feed off that. They do a fantastic job. So I will, if I have one request for anybody out there listening to me sit here and go on, if you can be here tomorrow night, come here and root them on at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. And hopefully, if we can pull that one off, we can play tomorrow night at 8:30. And I'd love to see this place packed, one side orange, one side royal blue for whoever it is, Hardin or Thompsonville, because both of them are royal blue, so I can say that.
One of those old-fashioned orange house, right, Coach? That'd be nice.
We'll finish with this. When we talked today, you said attack the zone, stop Plumlee, play tough defense. You've done all 3 of those. Very successful night. What's tomorrow night's?
Tomorrow night's is be patient against their zone. They will run some zone, man-to-man. We got to box out. Jackson Simmons has played really, really well against us every time we play, and so has Connor Graves. And I'm the one. I feel like Javen Garrett, or Javon, however you say it, Garrett. He's a senior. He's kind of what makes them go. You've also got to watch for Jaden Healy. I mean, as a freshman, fantastic player. And you look at the games we've gotten beat in against North City, the 2 times we've been beat. One at Hamilton County, Jaden Healy has 9 or 10 points. We lose the game by 4. And then the second time that we got beat at the El Dorado Holly tournament by 13, Connor Graves, I think, had 12 in that game. And you look at what Connor's done in other games, and it's not been that production. It's came from somewhere else. So, we've got to hold that. Again, it's defense. We've got to play good defense tomorrow night. And I told the kids just a minute ago, I said, okay, check 1 off the list. You beat Galatia. North City's our next focus. We're not talking about Thompsonville. We're not talking about Hardin County. We've got to be ready to play North City tomorrow and take care of business. Every time we played each other, it's been a fantastic ball game. Every single time. Both sides played hard. And like I said, keys to the game tomorrow night, like I said, we've got to rebound well, make layups, and play defense.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck tomorrow night to the Hawks. Again, we've got 3:30 for a semifinal game. We've got a 5 o'clock game for the girls GEC championship, and then hopefully we're playing for a conference championship tournament here tonight at 8 o'clock. But we'll keep you posted on all those times, and we thank you for being here with us tonight, and enjoy your evening. Stay safe and stay warm.